Josephine Baker was an American-born French dancer, singer, and actress, and became known as Black Pearl, Black Venus, and even Creole Goddess. Josephine Baker was born Frida Josephine McDonald in St. Louis, Missouri on June 3, 1906, by Carrie McDonald and Eddie Carson. Josephine grew up cleaning houses and babysitting for wealthy white families. One of her first jobs was waitressing at the Old Chauffeurs Club when she was 13. While waiting tables, she met and married Willie Wells. The marriage was short-lived and ended in 1919. She married and divorced three more times to American Willie Baker, Jean Lynn, and Joe Bowen, who helped her raise her 12 adopted kids. In 1919, Josephine joined the Jones family stage debut at the Booker T. Washington Theater in St. Louis, Missouri. She toured the United States with the Jones family and the Dixie Steppers. When the troupe split, she tried to advance as a chorus girl for the Dixie Steppers, but she was rejected because she was too skinny and too dark. While working as a dresser, she learned the chorus lines and became the obvious replacement when a dancer left. In August of 1923, Josephine joined the Shuffle Along in Boston. The Shuffle Along is a musical comedy that marked a breakthrough for African American musicals. The comic touch she brought made her popular with the audience. Baker soon moved to New York and performed in Chocolate Dandies along with Ethel Waters in the floor show of the Plantation Club, where again she quickly became a crowd favorite. In 1925, at the peak of France's obsession with American jazz, Baker traveled to Paris to perform in La Revue Negre at the Théâtre des Champs Elysees. She made an immediate impression on French audiences with her partner Joe Alex and performed the Dance Sauvage, in which she wore only a feather skirt. Baker's career reached a major turning point in a performance called La Folie du Jour, where she danced wearing a skirt made of 16 bananas. Baker sang professionally for the first time in the 1930s, and several years later, she landed a film role as a singer in Zozo and Princess Tam Tam. In 1936, Baker returned to the United States, hoping to establish herself as a performer in her home country. When World War II erupted later that year, Baker worked for the Red Cross during the occupation of France. During the 1950s, Baker frequently returned to the United States to lend her support to the civil rights movement, participating in demonstrations and boycotting segregated clubs and concert venues. In 1963, Baker participated alongside Martin Luther King Jr. in the March on Washington and was among many notable speakers that day. Josephine was most famous for the banana dance and being a civil rights activist. Josephine Baker died on April 12, 1975, of a cerebral hemorrhage. On the day of her funeral, more than 20,000 people lined the streets of Paris to witness the procession, and the French government honored her with 21 gun salutes.
A hand-tinted version of the famous banana dance recently came to light in America. It was probably shown to cinema goers as a short film before the main feature. The censors saw to it that Josephine was dressed rather more modestly than she was for Paris audiences, but the setting is exactly the same. This is Josephine Baker on the stage of the Folies Bergère.